Hey everybody, Abby with Farmhouse on the Ranch here. We are just doing a little maintenance today, a little tree trimming. You don't need to be scared to trim your trees in the fall. They will be just fine. Just don't go crazy and cut off all their branches. And I'm going to do a little bit of block work around the bottom of the tree. I haven't cleaned up my blocks since I put in the gravel, so I'm just going to do that real quick and make this a short and snappy video. So let's get started. This is an aspen tree. It's been in the ground here for 2.5, 3 years, something like that. But I have never done any maintenance on it. I wanted to make sure it was in the ground, happy, and just really happy with where it was at before I started trimming it back. So just let me flip the camera and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the tree. And we are getting on into fall, so it is starting to lose some leaves. But what I want to show you is, well, see, here's even a dead piece. Grasshoppers have been so bad this year. Just terrible. Hard on all my trees. Okay, so I have all of these little branches that are clear down here by the base. And this one here is growing into the tree next to it. Now, aspens are kind of a special, you helping fans? Kind of a special deal because you want them in a bunch like this, you kind of want them to grow in amongst each other and be beautiful and intertwined. But you don't want them to hinder each other. So any branch that's really growing out of its bounds across and getting in the way of these other trees, I'm going to take off. And to do that, I've got my little pruners. Nothing too special, just make sure you have fairly sharp ones, and if you're doing a lot of trees, then you might want to clean them with rubbing alcohol in between just so you don't spread a disease or something. And I am just going to go in here and cut it off. Just like that. No, you don't need to make an angled cut. You don't need to do anything too special. Just take it off. And you want to do this in the fall, usually, when it's not 100 degrees. You don't want to do it when it's freezing out either. You just want to do it in a time where it won't be very hard on the tree, where the tree is not having to try very hard to stay alive anyway. That's really all there is to it. Nothing too serious. I am going to take this branch off here, even though it is pretty much doing what it's doing is fine. It just isn't where we walk. This one here is dead, so I'm just going to pop that off, as is this one. This one is kind of where we walk all the time. We're always walking into it, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I've got a lot of these. Some of them are dead, like this one, but like this one here is still bendy. It's still pliable, so I'm not going to cut it off. I'm thinking it might have just had a rough summer and it might come back. Some of these, like this one, just snaps right off. There isn't any green to him. The camera's having trouble with all the things that are in the lens here. There we go. See, there isn't any green to him at all. He's dead. This is that one. Got a couple of strange things going on here. Let me break these off. This one here is growing. This one here is growing off of the same stem. But this one is dead and this one is alive. I'm going to go ahead and just trim him back to there. like that. Let's see, what else have we got going? This one here, its leader is dead. It goes all the way up here. It decided to just take off and grow new shoots here where it isn't dead. I don't like, that's a very common thing with aspens where their leaders are dead. I just don't like the looks of it when people cut them off and then they go off at an angle. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Decide what to do with it when it gets bigger. But that's pretty much it for this tree. I just wanted to trim up the base, clean up the bottom. I'm going to take off these little suckers down here. The kitty is helping. There's so much help. And the dog. Everybody's helping. Everybody has to help. There. That's basically all there is to cleaning up this tree. I think I'll go out to the garden and work on the mulberry and the cherry tree a little bit. All right, so this is the cherry tree, and it has a beautiful shape to it. Got the water on, if you can hear the water. Everything's dry. That's important. When you're trimming trees, you want to make sure that they're receiving water because they need to rejuvenate after you trim on them. This one ultimately has a really pretty shape to it. And I haven't done any trimming on it yet. It's just a year. But what we're going to trim is, you see in here, I don't know if you can tell really well, but like this branch here, pull the leaves off so you can see because it's coming off anyway. This branch here is growing into this branch and through this branch and coming out on this side. So I'm just going to go in here and remove him. Just like that. I need to remove the tags too. The trees are starting to grow into the tags before they start making a line. But this is a we have another branch here. It's quite a large branch, but it is crossing this one. And when you look at it from the other side, you really notice it. And it will not hurt this tree to lose this branch. In fact, this branch has some damage to it. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me see if I can focus the camera here. Whoa, we got really close. Has been chewing on this. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this branch since it's got those 2 strikes against it. I'm going to come in here. And a nice clean cut. This branch here is working on going in towards the rest of the branches. So we're going to cut it out. So is this one here. Pull that leaf off. I'm not seeing too many others that are causing any trouble. Here's a dead leaf. Let's pull it out. And I'm going to call that good for that tree. It's just going to do this little soak in there for a minute. I've been cleaning up the garden. Most of the garden is done. Pulling tomato plants and all those fun things in the fall. This tree still has an issue. Turn the water down here. This tree still has a leaf issue. If anybody knows what in the world is going on here, it's not an iron deficiency. I've treated it for iron. I think I made it worse. So if y'all know what's happening, let me know. But I'm just going to go into the base here and trim up all these bottom branches so that this tree will grow upward instead of out along the bottom. Well, I hit my camera and knocked it over in like the first 3 seconds, so this is where we turned out with. The cat is helping, enjoying the water and the sunshine. These are the branches that I took off, and I took them off of the base of the tree. So now it has this nice, long, tall, clean trunk underneath it. And it looks like I need to stake it. It's leaning in just a little bit. But it certainly has put on a lot of outward growth. And the garden, looking kind of bare. Need to get some more hardscaping done, some more cleanup done. But we'll get there. So if you're out and about trimming trees, send me a picture of your before and afters. My business inquiries only email is good for sending me pictures of your garden or your trees, whatever you're up to in this fall, your fall decorations. It's listed in the description box below the video. And I hope you enjoy my videos. If you do, please like, comment, subscribe, help my videos get out to more people, help my channel grow. And I hope you're having a great day. See you next time.